Hmm? What did we do in the last class? See, if this were a physical semester, then we would have surprise quizzes any day. You know this? So I expect a slightly better level of participation and response.
Hello?
Yes, Swapnil.
Hello?
Yes, Swapnil.
Hello.
You're audible, Swapnil?
Okay, so in the last two classes, like in the last class, we studied the mismatches which occur, like the systematic and the random variations, which we covered in depth. What all types of systematic and random variations are there, and how can we model them if there are techniques to model them. Three or four techniques were there, and in the last class, we mainly focused on the statistical analysis in the variations which we do. I mean, we do model the variations. So you check for the mean and the standard deviation in the Gaussian distribution, and you try to qualify 6 sigma, 5 sigma, depending on the voltage and the six. And depending on that, you can actually reduce the voltage further if needed, and depending on the size of the memory cell, so 1 MB, 4 MB, 16 MB. So according to that, you can qualify different sigmas, and then we studied why do we actually need a lower sigma and maybe a higher mean, so that you can actually qualify the C and the CK value. I forgot the parameters, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
by the steeper
CP and
curve.
CPK.
I mean,
Yeah.
like you
So
had to. Yeah.
we looked at health parameters for a process, and we said that there are two health parameters. One is about what is the spread. If the spread is very large, then even then it can't work. And then if the spread is very good, even then, where is the centering? So one parameter measures the spread, the other parameter measures the centering as to how well the process is centered around the in the specification window. Okay, so we call them CPA and CPK. Okay, yes. What else? What else did we do?
And towards the close of the class, we went towards the self-time circuit, where we actually studied the need for a replica path in the worst case for actually,
Yeah. Why do we need a replica path?
so basically what you have is like you have lots of arrays cells of like arrays of lots of cells comprising of lots of cells, and in that case you would have a worst case cell also. I mean that which is performing best based on, or which is performing worst based on the variation which you incur. And because depending on that, you actually need to time the sense amplifier. For example, when should the sense amplifier enable should come, and when should the suppose the right driver enable signal should come. And then we have to check for,
High driver enable.
I mean, I mean, how do I say? I mean, enable the. Okay, not sorry. Yeah, sorry. So for the, let's say for the sense amplifier case, you have to actually satisfy the worst case scenario, and if the, and you actually discharge many bit cells in the replica path, and उसका different वो 6 times ज़्यादा 10 times ज़्यादा discharge होगा, तो उससे हम कहते हैं कि वो 10 times less discharge हो गया होगा, and वो offset को भी satisfy कर गया होगा. So we say that worst case scenario भी satisfy हो गया, and then we can actually raise the sense amplifier enable, तो उससे read कर सकते हैं.
And what do we do in the right cycle? So someone else, someone other than Swapnil, what do we do in the right cycle with the replica path? So in the read cycle through the replica path, we decide when the SAEN should come. What do we decide in the right cycle? Okay, find out. Okay. Then after this, what did we do? We looked at different modes of or different methods of statistical analysis. What are they? Some examples? No examples? Okay, find out. So, what are we going to do today? So, if you don't participate, I will just move forward. And I think that is fine with you guys also, is it not? You want to get relieved early today. Hello? Is that okay? Yeah, so write detect signal, Swapnil, is the same thing as the dummy bit line discharging. So instead of dummy bit line, you have the write detect signal which comes. What do you do with that write detect signal was my question. Because there is no sense amplifier enabling that is required in the write cycle.
So after the write detect signal is high, I mean like the write has happened, now you can reset back the circuit and you can now go to the pre-charge time again, and you can do the reset signal was like went मतलब reset high हो गया था हमारे arrow diagram में, इतना मुझे याद है.
Okay, so we bring the reset. We reset the
Yeah,
memory
yeah.
based on the replica path in the write cycle. Okay. So I think there is no point, like there's just one student who is participating, then there is no point in me reviewing what we had did in the last class or something like that. Is there any point? आप लोगों को तो इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. Only one student is participating. उसको मैं अलग से बता दूंगा, वो तो मेरे साथ अलग से प्रोजेक्ट भी कर रहा है. बाकियों को तो इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है ना. How many of you review what we did in the class after the class, something like that? Just do a +1 in the chat window. On a regular basis, do you review what has been discussed in the class? So it means that you wait for the quizzes to do that. Okay, I get that. So we can do that. I can come up with surprise quizzes every other class. So हमने surprise quizzes बंद करी थी because we felt it is online mode. But I do not really want that online mode की वजह से आपकी learning impact हो. I want that the quality of learning that you have should be equivalent, if not more, in the online mode because you have the recordings available with you. So I can as well come to surprise quizzes so that you are motivated to review. Is that okay? Hello? See, do you think it benefits me when I ask you to review stuff?
No, sir.
I will get a job. I will get a good grade.
No,
Does
sir.
it benefit me? Who does it benefit?
Sir, students, us.
So who should take responsibility of this?
Sir, we should take the responsibility.
Okay, we will see. Let's see after the mid-semester break. अब तो mid-semester exams आ रहे हैं, break होने वाली है उसके बाद. Let us see उसके बाद क्या होता है. Again, I can only offer. I can only offer myself. I can only offer what I know and how to make use of it. It is your choice. If you do not study, if you do not review what was done in the last class and do not come after that review, you will have almost no questions to ask me. पूरी class हो जाएगी, you will go back. It's better फिर तो आप ना ही आते तो भी एक ही बात थी, नहीं? क्योंकि whatever we are doing, at least till now, we are building over what we did in the last class. And going further, I tell you, you miss one class, the next class, the topic is also finished, and then no one is going to touch it for you. After the mid-semester break, we will talk about cache hierarchy. So I think two sessions for cache hierarchy. आपने उसमें एक क्लास मिस कर दी या एक क्लास रिव्यू नहीं करी, सेकंड क्लास में we have no questions, we are not even discussing the topic again in the course. उसके next time we will have DRAMs, 2 or 3 lectures, we will finish DRAMs. Again, आपने review नहीं करा तो no questions. DRAM concept is done, you are lost. Then we will have talk about NVM cells, and we will talk about some NVM circuits. 1, 2, 3 lectures, 1 or 2 lectures on test and safety and other stuff. Course finishes. अभी तक जो हम कर रहे थे, that was in continuity because we were talking about the basics. Whatever we talked about in SRAMs, whatever we talked about sense amplifiers or row decoders or everything, this is applicable to all the different types of memories. Now, other memories, we will just talk about the differences between SRAMs and those. And if you're not prepared, सब OST हो जाएगा. And then, even though you have done the course and done the course with me, in interviews you will struggle on how to respond. Choice is yours. I usually keep surprise quizzes so that students are, in a way, there is a carrot to review. We've not been doing that because of the online mode. Now, whether you want this online mode to hamper your learning, that is your choice. I don't think surprise quizzes are required to make you regular. They were just my support, an artificial means through which I would encourage students to be regular. But if that is what you're looking for, either not be regular, lose out, or get stress of surprise quizzes. I don't know. We will see. So yes, Gagandeep, you're right. Today we are going to talk about yield loss and yield recovery in an SRAM array. So
actually, I have a doubt from my last class. Can I ask quickly?
Yes, Swapnil.
So when we were looking at the process capability, the two parameters CP and CPK, the second parameter in the slides, it was mentioned somewhere that it is not capable. It is displaying the capability of producing repeated products. What does that mean? I mean, I was not able to capture that.
Yeah. So this means, Swapnil, that suppose you wanted to target at a particular point in the process window.
Yeah.
Okay. But हमारा अगर CPK खराब था, what does this mean? कि आपने सेंटर में टारगेट करा था लेकिन वो लेफ्ट में चला गया या राइट में चला गया,
ठीक है
ना? So what this also means is that I'm not able to target properly. I have a good sigma, mismatch is fine, but I'm not able to target my process properly. So now let us assume that you're talking about a SOC design which needs to be used in a mobile processor, mobile phones. So the requirement is that the leakage should be low. That is the pass-fail criteria. First pass-fail criteria is leakage should be low. Second is performance should be good. Performance good नहीं होगी तो हम थोड़ा सा फिर भी overdrive कर लेंगे, कुछ कर लेंगे, but leakage is a very, very important concern. Are you with me? Is this clear?
ठीक है, yes.
So now I have no control over the process. It means that it can go to right towards the fast process or to left towards the slow process. That is where CPK is 2 or CPK is bad. So now I design a lot. I am manufacturing something. One lot, it is in the center. Another lot, it is going towards the fast side. The entire lot will be trashed. Third lot, okay, it is towards slow. Fourth lot, it is again towards fast. So if it is badly spread, then there will be many lots which will be trashed. And what that means is that your yield is bad and consequently profitability reduces, profitability plummets. So that process is not good, not worthy of manufacturing, large scale manufacturing.
So essentially इससे मतलब एक follow-up question ही generate हुआ कि I mean like the दूसरा parameter जो था CP, I mean वो अगर थोड़ा खराब हो तो फिर भी चल जाएगा, ये ज्यादा खराब होगा तो ज्यादा खराब हो जाएगा क्योंकि इसमें ज्यादा लॉट्स डिस्चार्ज खराब हो जाएंगे क्योंकि पूरा
वो भी खराब होगा तो उस अगर वो वाला पहला वाला पैरामीटर खराब होगा स्वप्न तो कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम होगी बताओ. Let us say I am interested in designing just a 5 millimeter square chip. 5 millimeter square chip, not the number of devices I have is less. So even if the variation in the lots is larger, it's okay with me because I am talking about lesser number of devices. But as soon as I talk about a chip for a mobile phone, which is 200 millimeter square or 100 millimeter square, now every die, there will be something that is failing. Because there are so many devices on every die. So even that process is not worthy of designing. It can make small chips, but large chips you cannot manufacture in that process if the spread is too much.
Just because it will cross the USL and the LSL limit.
Yes.
Okay.
There will be many parts of the circuit which will fail. Okay. So इसलिए दोनों होना जरूरी है. That is why we talk about both the parameters. Otherwise हम एक की बात करते, दो क्यों करते?
Okay. नहीं, I thought कि maybe small scale manufacturing, large scale manufacturing में ज़्यादा कोई influential होगा.
No. So look at it like this. See, पूरा जो the other course, creativity and inventive problem solving, the course that we are doing, उस course में the entire focus is on making things simple, reducing stuff. So if we could reduce stuff, why do we want to talk about two parameters? एक से ही काम चला लेते. So both the parameters are important for different purposes.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, so now coming to today's class, today we are going to talk about yield recovery. अभी हम yield की ही बातें कर रहे हैं when we are talking about mismatch. Now let us talk about yield loss and how to recover it. Is that okay? So yeah, there's a question.
No, I was just saying okay.
Okay. So this is the SRAM cell that all of us have seen. है ना? These are the contacts of the bit line and the VDD and the ground. These are the word line contacts. This is the contact of the internal node. This is the other contact on the internal node. These are metal stubs, bit lines, VDD, word line stubs, ground stubs. All of you remember this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the vias, and here you have a kind of an array. Four memory cells abutted next to each other. And what do we see here? We see that there are these vias and contacts which are shared across adjacent cells, either vertically or horizontally. Are you able to see this? So
Yes,
there
sir.
are these devices. Devices means structures, contacts, and vias that are shared at the boundary of the memory cell and therefore shared across rows or across columns. Now tell me one thing. When you say that there is one defect somewhere, how many failures do you expect out of that defect typically? If I say that somewhere there is a defect, how many failures do you expect out of that defect?
So essentially, you would want that that particular location of that defect affecting that cell only to that. Suppose you have 100 cells, only one would fail, but I guess in reality one should fail, but in reality, I guess many will fail because it is now shared across columns. So
yeah. So look at it like this. Let us just take some examples. There are some internal defects. So let us say there are some internal vias and contacts, and there are some vias and contacts which are shared at let us say row boundaries. अच्छा मैंने यहाँ पे अभी आपका रो बाउंड्री वाला नहीं दिखाया. Okay, yeah, some vias and contacts shared at rows boundaries, some shared at column boundaries, and some shared at the corners, जो मैंने पहले ही दिखा दिया था. Now let us say one of them fails. Which one fails? Let us say this one fails. How many cells will fail?
Sir, 4.
Huh? This
one.
defect fails. How many cells will fail?
Only that cell, one.
Only one cell will fail.
So
What about?
around 8. Sir.
I'm sorry. Hello. Someone was saying
Sir,
something.
Sir, the one which is with different color, the dark orange color.
The
So, sir,
red color.
that is being shared among. I mean, that is shared with 4 adjacent cells, right, sir? This was row. I mean, row wala
No, this is the cell boundary. So this is the cell boundary.
Oh, okay, sir, okay.
Okay, and this one internal contact or via whatever it is failed. How many cells will fail?
Sir, only that cell, one cell.
Only that cell will fail. What if this one fails? How many will fail?
Sir, 2.
2 कैसे? ये तो एक में ही दिख रहा है.
सर क्योंकि उसके एडजेसेंट में ऊपर एक और सेल होगी ना.
So we just showed a 2 cross 2 array, but in reality the array would be huge, and when this row boundary cell fails, structure fails, then vertically there will be 2 failures there. Okay, what about this one? The other one also fails. What if this one fails?
All the number of cells in that column will fail. Probably.
All the cells in the column.
I guess so.
All
Sir,
the
in
cells
this,
in the column.
No, sir. Only 2 will fail.
so in this case, 3 will fail. Means
Yeah.
Mm,
So, okay.
three-
Because of the circled cell, only these 2 cells will fail. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And because of this one, this one and this one will fail. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So, what happens when this central one fails?
So now 4 will fail.
All the
all
4
these
will
4.
fail. You know? So, just one defect in a memory cell can, depending on where that defect has happened, can result in a single bit failure, or a double bit failure, or a quad bit failure. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So there's this huge memory array, and there could be one cell failing somewhere. 64 megabit array and only one cell failing. Or let us say there is there's the 64 megabit array, and instead of one, let us say there are 2 cells, vertically 2 cells failing. That is called vertical double bit failure. Or 2 adjacent horizontal cells are failing, horizontal double bit failure. Or a cluster of 4 cells, adjacent 4 cells is failing. And it happens. And you know, when you will look at some results from the process, you will see that these kind of fails are the primary reason of yield loss in SRAMs. Because what did we say? We said that okay, हमने contacts और via सब कुछ को इतना tight बना रखा है. We have so we have done OPC, we have done RET, we have done so many things to make these contacts and vias and their enclosures very tight. They are very high density rules. So the probability that one of them can fail is high. And therefore, in the memory, you will see कहीं पे एक bit fail हो गया, कहीं और किसी और memory में 2 double bit, 2 vertical bit fail हो गई, कहीं पे 2 horizontal bit fail हो गई, and so on. So what do we do? Almost every die will have one or two such failures if there is a huge memory capacity on it. Defectivity को आप कितना control कर लोगे? There can be some failures, some contacts could be resistors. So what do we do? Ideas? Hello?
I mean, in that case, you wouldn't want to share among rows or columns to avoid multiple
But then
failures.
area is lost. देखो यार, एक ही bit fail कर रही है. It's only one bit failing. ना? So उसके लिए हम पूरा area बढ़ा दें. That is also not a good idea. So what do you do?
So we could
What
add
do you do in your cars? What do you do in your cars? Yeah, Sneha, you were saying
extra
something?
stepney we have extra wheel in case the one point fails. Like,
Yeah. Sneha was saying something?
so that I was just saying that we could add redundant cells somehow to counter effect the this thing.
We somehow want to repair this, nahi?
Yeah.
We see car tires are rubber. Rubber by nature, you know, can get punctured. And what do? You know that okay, I still want rubber tires because I want good braking, I want good grip, and I want all this. So I still want rubber tires, but to take care of that inadvertent failure, puncture every 1,000 kilometers, what will I do? I will not change the material of my tires to steel. I will still have rubber, but I will keep an extra stepney in the car. So that when that eventuality happens, I can quickly replace and get going. That is what we do. And that is where, when Sneha suggests that we can have some redundant rows or redundant cells somewhere where we can replace. That sounds like a good idea. But then, how
But
many
sir,
redundant cells? Yes, Anuj.
सर वी डू नॉट नो ना कि सिंगल बिट में फेलियर हो रहा है या फिर क्वाड बिट में फेलियर हो रहा है, सो सर
Exactly.
हम कैसे
That
रिडंडेंट
was what my next question was. How many cells? सिंगल है, डबल है, क्वाड है, क्या है, पता ही नहीं आपको. तो आप कैसे कैसे डिजाइन करोगे ये रिपेयर एलिमेंट का स्ट्रक्चर?
So आप टारगेट करोगे कि आप वर्स्ट केस जितने भी आप फेलियर्स अकर कर सकते हो एक एरे में, उसको टारगेट करके, आई मीन क्वाड का मैक्सिमम फेलियर आ सकता है तो क्वाड के लिए टारगेट कर लो.
So you would want to repair the quad cells, okay? But quad cells are not that common. Single bits are more common
Okay.
in a particular process. In a different process, the vertical double bits are more common. In a different process, horizontal double bits are more common. So, आप हर प्रोसेस के लिए अलग अलग बनाओगे.
Sir,
Mhm.
sir, even though the cell may fail, but how can we find whether the cell gets failed or not? I mean, a lot of bits are there. How we can find which cell is failed?
So the car also has 4 tires. How do you find out that a car is punctured?
Sir, out of 4 it is easy, but suppose 64 MB, then
Yeah, so you have to check all 64 MB, na? You have 64 MB for a purpose. है ना? You're going to use that 64 megabit. So somewhere that cell is going to be used anyways. So it's better that you test it first, na? Can a car manufacturer say that, okay, I am manufacturing 1 million cars. I can't test 1 million cars. I will only test 5 cars. Remaining, if they fail, that is the customer की सिरदर्दी है. Can a car manufacturer say this? Or worse still, in a car there are how many welding points? Do you know? How many places there are welding dots that are made?
no, sir.
Thousands of places. And the car manufacturer says, oh, thousands I cannot text. I will just check 4. If those 4 welding dots are fine, I will say, okay, go ahead. Send the car to the customer. Is that good?
No, sir.
So what does the car manufacturer do? Every welding point, it is again tested. That sab theek hua ki nahi hua. Is it important or is it not important?
Sir, it is important.
So even if it has a 64 megabit capacity, you have to test each and every bit. You have to. Whatever time it takes. You cannot give a bad quality product or a failing product to the customer. Okay?
Okay, sir. So this test was done after manufacturing the memory.
Yeah, obviously. So how will you find that there is a defect?
Yes, sir. I mean, I am thinking like after using, maybe some cells will correct. At that time, how can we test? I am thinking like this. Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So this is just after manufacturing, Abhi. What we're talking is just after, immediately hot out of oven. Okay. So what do you do? How do you design the repair elements? How much repair elements? Chalo.
Sir, we can design for single bit failures, and if we know that there is a quad bit failure, so we can use 4 of those that we have designed. Like you want to give them
So
addresses.
tell me one thing. So, it is not just about deciding number of cells. How will you repair? For example, you wanted to read a 64-bit word. You gave the word address. Now memory reads something. One of the bits was a failure. What do you do now? You replaced only one bit.
We can assign the same address to the cells that we are replacing with. Like they
Same
remain.
address. Come to think of it. Okay, Socho. Let's look at the memory array once again. Okay, so we have this memory array, and over there I say that there are 2 horizontal bit fails. Some word line contact conged off, and there are 2 horizontal bit fails. You're saying that you will put two memory cells somewhere here, or you will put 4 memory cells somewhere here, and when I send a word line to select this particular word, I know that this particular output is wrong. So what I will do is, you are saying that I will pick up the output from this particular place and I will give that instead of the Q here. That is what you're saying?
Yes.
So what happens? You had designed your memory for, let us say, operating at 2 nanoseconds, 500 megahertz. In 2 nanoseconds, you got the output. Now, you have to compare that. Okay, now you know that this output is wrong. So now you have to put a mux somewhere here, which would have some result of address comparison. And if the address comparison is matching, then you give this bit out, otherwise you give the Q out. Are you getting it?
Sir,
See,
this
when
you are
you are
telling.
saying that you want to replace a failing element with a repair element, you need to have some mux, some selection mechanism somewhere. अभी तो आप select करोगे ना कि मैं क्या use करूंगा. So let us say this failed. I had repair elements over here, 4 discrete repair elements over here. When the memory access comes, I anyway need to read the remaining 15 bits from here. The 16th bit is also read, let us say. But the 16th bit should not go out to the user. For the 16th bit, you will apply a mux. You will say either this bit is going or this bit is going. And this bit is, agar fail hua, I have some select signal over here. If there is a failure, if I know that this cell is failing, then this select signal will come. And it will come only when this particular cell is accessed, not when another row is accessed. So this select signal should come only in that particular cycle when this particular cell is selected. And that is when this mux should send out, let us say, the value stored over here in B and not the value stored over here in A. All this needs to be done. And all this has to finish within 2 nanoseconds. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
Sir, I think this method is not feasible.
This method is not feasible. So क्या करें? How should the design be?
Sir, is it possible that you said that after manufacturing, I will test whether my memory has any fault or not. So when I tested it, then I found that at this location there is a fault. So I can rework that part, na? Is it possible, sir, to rework?
वही कैसे करूंगा ना rework, Anuj? I need to have some hardware already in there, na? I need to have that mux already in there.
नहीं सर, रिवर्क का मतलब है कि हम फैब्रिकेशन स्टेप को उस वाले स्टेप को वापस से करेंगे, मतलब एचिंग करके वापस से फोटोलिथोग्राफी एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट.
तो आप कब टेस्ट कर रहे हो, पहले ये बताओ.
सर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के बाद में.
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मतलब सारे मेटल्स बन गए हैं, मेटल 2, 3, 4, 5 सब कुछ बन चुका है, पूरा चिप रेडी है, आपके पास डाई बाहर आ गई है, वेफर पूरा का पूरा बाहर आ गया. अब उसमें उस वेफर में एक बिट सेल कहीं फेल कर रहा है. अब आप वापस वेफर को वहां भेजोगे, पहले सारी लेयर्स हटाओगे, फिर करोगे अच्छा यहाँ पे कॉन्टैक्ट अच्छा नहीं बना था, अब यहाँ पे कॉन्टैक्ट अच्छा बनाते हैं. बट यहाँ का कॉन्टैक्ट अच्छा बनाते समय कहीं और का कॉन्टैक्ट खराब बन जाएगा. तो आप तो कभी भी फैब से एक वेफर भी बाहर नहीं निकाल पाओगे. Come to think of it, you have a shoe manufacturing plant. Shoes में सिलाई होती है.
Yes sir.
एंड आपने देखा कि शू के जो सोल के अंदर की सिलाई है, आफ्टर द शू इज रेडी, आप फाइनल क्यूए चेक करो और आपने देखा कि शू के अंदर की सिलाई जो है वो फेल कर गई है. तो आप क्या करोगे? अब आप बोलोगे कि नहीं अब मेरे को अंदर की सिलाई क्योंकि फेल कर गई, अब उसको तो वापस जोड़ने के लिए आई हैव टू ओपन अप द एंटायर शू, सारी बाकी सिलाइयां पहले मैं उधेड़ूं और फिर वापस इस सिलाई को करूं एंड देन आई सेल इट. विल यू डू ऑल दैट?
No sir.
What you will do?
So,
you will say, okay, give it in the second slot. I can't repair it. सेकंड स्लॉट में थोड़ा सा सस्ते में बिक जाएगा, बट यू कांट रिपेयर इट. सिमिलरली अगर एक बार डाई मैन्युफैक्चर हो गई, यू कांट गो बैक एंड से कि हाँ आई हैव टू मैन्युफैक्चर, आई विल रीमैन्युफैक्चर इट. कांट हैपन. दैट कॉस्ट इज प्रोहिबिटिव. But unlike for a shoe, you could send it in seconds and sell it in seconds. Over here, you can't do that. There's no seconds in silicon manufacturing. Either a die is there or it fails. Either the memory is working or it's not working.
हेलो सर.
Yes, Divisha?
सर इस केस में हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जैसे हम बिनिंग करते हैं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के बाद, तो जैसे अगर यहाँ पे कुछ क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर हमारा कुछ फेलियर होगा और तो हमने यहाँ पे एक्स्ट्रा रिडंडेंट सेल्स डाले तो कुछ एक्स्ट्रा डिले ऐड होगा, तो हमें उसको वर्स्ट केस मानना पड़ेगा. तो हम यहाँ कह सकते हैं कि हम
लेकिन क्या आप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में फेलियर देखने के बाद एक्स्ट्रा सेल्स डालोगे या आपको पहले से डिजाइन करके रखने पड़ेंगे वो एक्स्ट्रा सेल्स? ये मक्स आप बाद में डालोगे अंदर या मक्स पहले से ही होना पड़ेगा ताकि
सर
अगर फेलियर आया
हाँ.
तो मक्स हो जाए? तो बिनिंग की
यस.
बात कहाँ से आई? तो आपका डिजाइन स्लो हो गया बस.
यस सर, यही चीज मैं कह रही थी कि अगर हम जैसे हमने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के टाइम पे ही ये अच्छा ठीक है
ये मक्स
मीन्स
तो वहां पे है ही
हाँ.
है, डिजाइन के अंदर भी है.
राइट.
So you have to design the repair circuitry well in advance. You cannot say कि अब फेल हो गया, अब मैं इसको रिपेयर के लिए एक अलग मक्स चाहिए अब तो मुझे. तब मक्स कहाँ से आएगा?
राइट सर. तो ठीक है, तो इसको हमें पहले मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के टाइम पे ही डालना पड़ेगा
डिजाइनिंग के
और
टाइम पे डालना पड़ेगा.
डिजाइनिंग के टाइम पे, और फिर हम जब आफ्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग तो हम तो ठीक है. मीन्स ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि अब जैसे यहाँ पे थोड़ा यील्ड लॉस होगा हमें क्योंकि कुछ फेलिंग डाई आ गई हमारे पास, तो हमारी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी भी रिड्यूस हो जाएगी इस केस में.
नहीं, मेरे को फेलिंग डाई आ गई, मेरे को उसको रिकवर करना है.
और सर रिकवरी के लिए हम यही यूज करेंगे रिडंडेंट मेमोरी सेल्स या कुछ?
वही मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ.
सर सो एसेंशियली व्हाट वी आर सेइंग कि चलो वो आपकी 100 डाई थी, अगर एक उस पे वेफर पे उसमें से एक या दो फेल हो गई, वो आप उसको तो रिकवर नहीं, मतलब वो फेल तो फेल ही रहेंगे क्योंकि मैन्युफैक्चर हो गई, बट आप उसी डाई पे एक रिडंडेंट सर्किट या फिर एक रिपेयर सर्किट रहेगा जो आपकी फंक्शनैलिटी पे कभी इफेक्ट नहीं लाने देंगी आपको. तो इसलिए प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पे उससे
आप उसको यूज कर पाओगे, इसका मतलब.
हाँ,
कि अगर हमने यही बात कही ना, सिंगल बिट फेल्स इतने सारे होने हैं कि आपकी यील्ड जो है वो शायद 70% रह जाएगी. लेकिन आप अगर सिंगल, डबल हॉरिजॉन्टल, डबल वर्टिकल या और क्वाड बिट्स, इन 4 तरह के फेल्स को रिकवर कर लो तो आपकी यील्ड 70 की जगह 85 हो जाएगी. 15% यील्ड का इंप्रूवमेंट है इफ यू कैन रिकवर दीज 4 फेल्स. Huge profitability में it means that the process at once becomes useful. Otherwise, it was not even useful.
सो सर जो हमने अभी ये रिपेयर वाली सर्किट अभी इसमें इंसर्ट करी थी, सो उसका भी हमने कॉन्टैक्ट वगैरह सब बना करके रखे हुए हैं, राइट? सो सर बेसिकली मतलब जब हमने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर दिया, सो जो भी लेयर हमको लगानी थी वो हमने लगा दिया. उसके बाद में हम उसको कोई स्पेशल इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है लाइक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक माइक्रोस्कोप और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो वी विल ऑब्जर्व दैट हाँ मेरा ये वाला क्रिटिकल पार्ट था, सो it has been manufactured wrongly or there is some defect जो कि अभी हमने टेस्ट
मेरे तो सारे मेमोरी सेल्स क्रिटिकल है ना अनुज. यहाँ पे तो अभी गुरुवीर was saying that you will test read and write in every cell. अब now you are saying read write छोड़ो, I will check every cell with scanning electron microscope.
Yes sir, we have to check that.
But how do you see? How do you see through scanning electron microscope? When I can already electrically read and write and say that this is failing, why do I need to open the die again and check it through scanning electron microscope? What's the purpose? I already know it's failing.
Sir, here in this method in the diagram here, so I can see that here A point is failing and you are selecting B. So during designing, we can decide that A will fail or any of the bit will fail. So
there has to be a mux at all the bits then.
Yes, sir. So that's why it is not feasible. So what I was saying that when you selected this row and I see that A is failing. So I think what we can do is that we can make a redundant row a whole row redundant.
तो रेयान ने
instead of-
फाइनली टाइटल पढ़ लिया स्लाइड का.
so so
Mhm.
so instead of selecting this row, we can select the redundant row that we put up.
So how many rows? One row?
Sir, it will depend how many.
You tell me. You've
So
seen
for-
something now.
So for if only one bit is failing, so I can put only one row. If quad bit is quad bit is failing, then we can put up 4 rows like that.
4 rows. Quad bit तो adjacent bits fail कर रही है ना? Are those bits across 4 rows or are they bit around across 2 rows only?
Only 2 rows, yes, 2 rows.
Yeah. So if I just put 2 extra rows, I can recover all these 4 kinds of failures. Do you see this? If I just
बट सर
use
ये तो एक ही रो के लिए होगा ना सर, मतलब
Sorry?
एक ही रो सर, ये रिकवरी तो एक ही रो के अंदर जो
हम तो कह ही
डिफेक्ट
रहे हैं
आएंगे
एक डिफेक्ट, हम तो कह ही रहे हैं एक डिफेक्ट रिकवर करेंगे. एक ही डिफेक्ट आता है, एक ही डिफेक्ट से 4 फेलियर्स हो जाते हैं. प्रोसेस इतना तो अच्छा है. The process is at least this good that there will only be one defect on a die. Let us say this. Let us put it like this. Okay. Let us say that the process is not very bad, but even a very good process will have some single defect somewhere. At least those should be recovered. That is our intent. Otherwise, the process is so bad that not only memories, many other places things will fail. We can't recover everything. So memory will not recover. But if memory is the only thing failing and there is only one defect in the memory, because the process is good, and even in good processes, memory would fail because there are high density rules there. That is where we are targeting. We use high density rules, na? We made violations, so we should take care of something at least.
Sir?
Is that okay?
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm not able to understand why there will be 2 redundant rows.
So how will you correct a vertical double bit fail?
Vertical double bit fail. अच्छा, ओके, वी आर सेइंग दैट क्वाड में सेंटर वाला खराब हो गया, तो दो बेसिकली ऊपर वाले की भी रो सेलेक्ट करनी पड़ेगी, नीचे वाले के लिए भी. अच्छा, ओके, ठीक है.
So there are failures which are across 2 adjacent rows only, na? That is what quad bit fail means with single defect. That there are 2 adjacent rows in which 2 bits each are failing. So if you can replace those 2 rows, your memory is fully functional.
So what I feel, I mean, now what the structure would look like, suppose you have 10 or 20, 30, let's say 32 rows हैं आपके पास originally. Now you can maybe have उसके comparison में कुछ उसके division में like 4 or maybe 8 उसकी multiplicity में कुछ आपकी spare rows होंगी. Just like as
बाप रे,
I mean, आपको
हमें
बहुत
तो
सारे
2 ही रोज
repair-
चाहिए थी.
नहीं, बट आपको
8
बहुत
क्यों
सारे
डाल
repairs करने हैं एक साथ, अगर बहुत सारे repair
क्यों
करने
बहुत सारे? हमने कहा ना हम अच्छे प्रोसेस की बात कर रहे हैं स्वप्निल. The process is mature, but even in a mature process there would be fails because we have high density rules over here.
So but what if you have multiple quad failures?
So we reject that die because those instances are very rare. जो हमने कहा, if we just characterize the failures of that are observed in a process, you will see 95% of failures are between single bit, double bit, quad bit, and vertical double bit. Remaining 2-3% are sense amplifier failure or O decoder failure. Remaining 1-2% are we don't even know where they are. So if we are just talking about only that 1% of the failures, so already failures are a small percentage of your total yield. है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो उसका थोड़ा सा परसेंटेज ही है जो इस तरह के होंगे जिसमें डबल क्वाड बिट फेल्स आएंगे. उतने के लिए आप नहीं कर सकते. यू कैन नॉट डिजाइन एवरीथिंग फॉर सच मार्जिनल केसेस. Let's look at it in a numerical way. Let us say you had 100 dice. Of these 100 dice, 70 were fully functional, 30 were failing. Okay. Of these 30 failing dice, 25, let us say, had partial row fail, partial column fail, double vertical, double horizontal, quad bit, or single bit fail. So if you put a double row redundancy, then you recover, let us say, 15 out of these 25. The remaining five were like 2 clusters of quad bit fails or 2 clusters of double bit fails and so on. So what happens? At the end of it, you have 85% of dice working. You could not recover 15 dice. Okay. At least you recovered 15 dice. Now, if you want to recover additional 10, you may want to do something else also because they were partial column failures. तो आपको SenSamp के अंदर भी redundancy डालनी पड़ सकती है. What does that mean? That means more area. What about these 5? These 5 would mean that I need to put not just 2 extra rows, I need to put 4 extra rows or 10 extra rows, which means again more area. But recovery कितनी है? Very marginal. इस 5 के अंदर से आप एक डाई बचा पाओगे अगर आपने 2 extra rows डाल दी तो. Are you with me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one question. So, like in this way, we are introducing a redundant row. So, let's say if we have vertical fault. So, we should put 2 rows then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is called 2-row redundancy. The 2 rows will be replaced simultaneously.
Okay, so in that way, so why are we not saying that if we have 2 faults, let's say, then we can put 4 rows because of the area only, or any
Yeah,
other
area.
only area.
Yeah. We say in the good process, 2 defects falling on the same die or same memory in a die, that probability is extremely low. So we don't consider it.
So essentially what we are concluding is that you will have an actual circuitry and you'll have a repair or redundant circuitry, which will kind of be a replica of the 2 rows, right? Is this what we are
Replica
saying?
nahin, it will be the same as 2 rows.
Kya?
Not a replica, it is the same as 2 rows.
I didn't get this point. What do you mean by saying?
Like you do not sell any other cell as a replica of the first cell, na? You say there are 4 cells in the memory array, जो अभी हमने दिखाया. So what I am saying is you just put 2 extra rows, you make a larger capacity. You don't call it replica.
Okay. So basically what I'm saying कि you have 2 extra rows, which will again have those same cells, right? उसमें भी वो cells तो होंगे. And now we compare the address of the incoming address, and अगर address failing वाला होगा तो we'll through the comparator we'll select the redundancy वाला, right?
Yeah.
But now the question is how do we actually ensure that redundancy वाले में भी failure नहीं आ सकते अपने आप? वो तो आ ही सकते हैं वो again.
That we can't. So अगर वो fail हुआ तो again आपकी memory में 2 fails हो गए मतलब.
हाँ.
Again you do not recover that. आपका target ही नहीं था. ऐसा हो सकता है, ऐसा होता है कि आपने रिपेयर करा उसके बाद भी मेमोरी रिपेयर नहीं है बिकॉज रिडंडेंसी वाले में भी फेल था एंड देन यू थ्रो द डाई अवे. तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. बट ऐसा नहीं होता कि हर डाई में ऐसा होता है. 1000 डाइज जिसको आप रिपेयर कर रहे थे उसमें से किसी एक में ऐसा होगा. ओके, थ्रो इट अवे. ओके
सर जोन सा डाइस को हम रिकवर नहीं किए और वो वहीं पर है, मतलब कि जैसे कुछ परसेंट जैसे बोल रहे हैं कि हम 15% अगर छोड़ भी दिए तो सर उनमें स्पूरियस रीड होंगे, राइट भी करेंगे तो भी प्रॉब्लम आएगा. तो सर ये सब चीजों को कैसे मतलब हैंडल करेंगे? while
नहीं तो
मतलब
उनको तो फेंक देंगे ना, जिनको ठीक नहीं करा उनको फेंक देंगे, उनको बेचेंगे ही नहीं, कस्टमर के पास भेजेंगे ही नहीं उनको, क्योंकि उसको हैंडल कर ही नहीं सकते।
ओके, उस कुछ भी मतलब
Those
नहीं
15 dies which could not be repaired, they are trashed.
ओके
एंड जो
That is
फेलिंग
yield loss.
एंड सर जो फेलिंग एड्रेसेस हैं वो हमने टेस्टिंग के बाद चेक कर लिए, इनिशियली फर्स्ट टाइम एक बार नोट कर लिए कि हमारे फेलिंग एड्रेसेस हैं, अब जब भी कोई इनपुट देगा यूजर तो वो रिडंडेंसी आ जाएगा मैच होकर, ये हम कह रहे हैं।
हाँ, so the failing addresses आपने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिए, and those failing locations you fuse into the die. So there is an additional step after manufacturing, repair step, where you blow away the fuses and say that these addresses are failing. Basically a ROM you create, one-time programmable ROM.
Sir, is it how are we coming to BIST? I mean BIST checking, built-in self-test or something?
No, but BIST is naturally expected to be there. You do not need a BIST to identify the failing address. You can do it through direct memory test also. But BIST would typically do it automatically for you. BIST would automatically tell you that which bit is failing. So then you use that address and put it in the redundancy controller, a repair control circuit.
So what did you mean by, sorry, I'm asking too many questions, sir, but what did you meant by fusing the failing cell into the memory?
So you write a one-time programmable memory. So you have some fuses.
Okay.
They could be connected to VDD or to ground.
Right.
Okay. So when you blow the fuse away, they get connected to, let us say, VDD. So if you know that your address number 10115611101111 was failing, then you will fuse away you will blow away the fuses where you want to write a 1, and that failing address is now available to the memory at all times. Okay. So now whenever the processor will try to access the memory, the failing address is already available to the memory. The address comes, the failing address is already available. There will be a comparator inside the memory which would compare if the address that has been asked for by the processor is equal to the failing address. If not, no change. If yes, then it says, oh, you are asking for a failing address. Please don't go inside the memory. There are these repair rows, go there. Use the word information from there. So don't select the real word line, select the repair word line. That is what this comparator then tells.
And that word line essentially will have the same RC delay as the original word line.
It will have the same RC delay. What is important is that this word line should be selected either before the actual word line or at the same time as the actual word line would have been selected. Otherwise, we will not get the sufficient differential. Hana? So let us look at it graphically. Let me just remove all this. So this ends up acting like a whiteboard for me, Hana? Any slide. So what we are saying is there are 2 extra rows there. And when there are these 2 extra rows, what I say is, okay, those 2 are failing, I will block them, they will never be selected, and these ones will be used. And to be able to do this, I need to have a comparator inside the memory, which would compare the failing address, and if the failing address matches the address that has been sent by the processor, it will select the repair word line instead of the failing word line. And then you will have the output available with you. Since these are 2 adjacent rows that you are replacing, you are able to recover or repair all the 4 kinds of defects that we talked about a little while back. Okay? So one of the course projects that you guys are doing that involves design of this comparator logic, where we say that this comparator logic should compare 10-bit addresses and should be able to give me an output, that is the match select signal, that my repair word line is to be selected within some time bound that I have given over there, 150 picosecond or something has been told. So you have to size and design the circuit, and you have to ensure that this 10-bit comparison happens that quickly. Yes, there was a question.
So I was thinking that means ki with every memory access, we have to first check whether we are selecting that.
Yes.
So,
Can you do anything else? No. है ना? You have to check always.
so that comparator will be always on with every memory access. तो उसकी power तो जाएगी जाएगी.
उसकी डायनामिक पावर हर साइकिल में जाएगी. So it has to be low power also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we looked at how to repair these four kind of failures. But in reality, as I said, there would be some places where there are partial column failures because the sense amplifier was not manufactured well. See, अगर एक sense amplifier का offset requirement ज़्यादा होगा, then there can be multiple bits failing in one particular column itself. So all the failures, there are so many failures, but they're all concentrated between one set of columns which are associated with a sense amplifier. Are you able to see this? Hello?
So can you please repeat this?
What I'm saying is that if the offset of a sense amplifier that is manufactured is high, that a sense amplifier requires higher offset than what was the initial intent, then what you will see is that in a particular bit, there are many cells that are failing. So let us say this is Q15. So many bits, there are many addresses for which Q15 would fail. So many addresses for which only Q15 is failing, everything else is passing. So we call that as partial column failure or partial bit failure. So what do you do in such a case? यहाँ पे डिफेक्ट एक ही है, यहीं पे एक कॉन्टैक्ट रेजिस्टिव बना था, बट इसको आप रिकवर नहीं कर पा रहे हो. What do you do now?
You make redundant columns also.
Yes, you can go to something which we call as redundancy in bit slice or column direction. So what is the benefit of this kind of redundancy or loss of this kind of redundancy?
We can repair multiple cells in one column.
Yeah, it can repair failures due to column circuits like IO circuits because of sense amplifier, for example. So that is a benefit, clear. What are the limitations?
सर डिले चेंज हो जाएगा सर हर वर्ड के अंदर जो एक एक बिट को हम कर देंगे.
डिले तो ओके, तुम यहाँ पे एक्सेस का डिले की बात कर रहे हो, जो हम रो रिडंडेंसी की बात कर रहे थे वहां पे सर्व टाइम का डिले चेंज हो जाएगा, सर्व टाइम वुड इंक्रीज, है ना? तो वहां पे सर्व टाइम की फाइट हो जाएगी, फाइट तो होगी, वो तो रो रिडंडेंसी में भी हो रहे थे. तो डिले तो चलो चल जाएगा. व्हाट एल्स? What else? सोचो सोचो सोचो. सो देखो, हमने क्या कहा था वहां पे, जब रिपेयर करना था तो हमने कहा हम बस एक कंपैरेटर लगाएंगे और उस रो को रिपेयर कर देंगे. यहाँ पे क्या करना होगा, यहाँ पे एक्स्ट्रा कॉलम आएगा. लेट अस से वन ऑफ द बिट्स इज फेलिंग. So what do you need to do now? Can you connect this column to this place? Because if you try to do that, then this column could be required here, all over the place it could be required. So you will need to take this column to all those places.
So
You
हमें
want to
IO
really do
extend,
that?
so we'll have to extend the IO now.
हाँ, IO extend करना पड़ेगा, but do you want to replace this column, exactly this column somewhere? Or can you do something else? Because then what happens is this column, the output of this column sees so much load, and you will never be able to meet the timing requirements. Is there something simpler that you could do?
उसी कॉलम के नीचे एक सेंस एम्प लगा दो.
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे सेंस एम्पलीफायर लगा हुआ है, मान लो.
अच्छा, ओके.
ये तो आउटपुट बफर्स दिखा रहा हूं मैं. भाई ये तो नहीं कर सकते ना कि यहाँ पे आपका Q0 आ रहा था, Q15 आ रहा था, और यूजर ने Q15 के लिए यहाँ से एक वायर लगा रखी थी. अब उसको वायर को, अब यूजर को ये तो नहीं कह सकते, नहीं अब ये वायर तोड़ यहाँ से और अब यहाँ से उठा अपना डेटा. यूजर को तो नहीं कह सकते ये. यूजर को तो Q15 यहीं पे चाहिए. तो व्हाट विल यू डू? हेलो, व्हाट विल यू डू?
सर आई एम नॉट एबल टू कैप्चर कि इशू आ क्या रहा है, मतलब क्या कौन सा लोड दिख रहा है, क्या लोड की बात कर रहे हैं.
Okay, so I had Q15 over here.
राइट.
For this particular word, Q15 was failing.
हम्म.
I want to repair the memory. There is a repair column also over here. There is a QInt that is after sense amplifier that is also available over here. Let us say. Now, how will I send this QInt to the user?
And you are saying that mux लगाना is not a good solution. I mean Q5, Qint or Q.
नहीं, mux तो लगाना ही पड़ेगा. If you put a mux over here and say QInt will come here, then realize that अभी Q15 fail कर रहा है. There will be another cut जहाँ पे Q1 भी fail कर रहा था. तो यहाँ पे भी एक mux लगेगा और QInt को यहाँ भी आना पड़ेगा. So QInt will be tabbed in every bit then. So QInt will go to all the 64 number of muxes that are there.
Okay.
Are you able to see this?
Yes. Now.
So it is almost like a full word line. More than that actually. So now you cannot read it in the same time frame. So all the other bits you can read on time, but this QInt, the failing bit you will read after 2 nanoseconds. Is that okay?
सर हम थोड़ा इसको मिडिल की तरफ शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं अगर रिडंडेंट कॉलम को, तो उसका डिले जो टाइमिंग रहेगा तो थोड़ा
डिले
सा
तो थोड़ा सा भी क्या आपके लिए एक्सेप्टेबल है कि एक बिट थोड़ा सा लेट आ जाए? Consider spark plugs in your car engine. There are 8 spark plugs. 7 fire at the same time. 8th one fires 1 second later. What will happen? Will you have a joyful ride? No, na? You will have knocking. झटके आते रहेंगे. Additionally, there will be lots of fuel that is wasted. You want the car to pick up speed, but now only 7 cylinders are firing at one time. 8th one is not even firing. 8th one is firing at some other time, randomly.
So what I can see is that you will try to match the load of the redundancy column and the actual columns. So I mean.
So you will throw everything down then.
And that's not also.
Can you do something else? Can you do something else? ideas? So what you essentially do is you say that, okay, this one is failing, so this one I cannot send to the output. And let me not even get qint from there far away. Let me just put the adjacent bits qint to this qint. And then how will this one get its input? Okay, the adjacent one comes here. And so on. So finally, the last one gets there. So you increase the load for almost all the queues, but not by the entire width of the memory. Only one extra bit. Are you able to see this?
So how will we do this?
So now you again have to have a comparator. Where earlier you had failing address, again you will have a failing column address now, that okay, 15th bit is failing. And now what will you say? That in every IO there is a mux. A mux which selects either my bit coming from up there or the bit coming from adjacent IO. So the adjacent IO also has a similar structure. It would select either its bit or the adjacent IO's bit. Are you able to see this?
So how do I know that adjacent cell has the same at that point location 0 or 1 stored? मतलब same bit ही stored है उस point पर भी. मतलब
अरे भाई, ये तो मैंने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के समय कर दिया ना. अब मुझे जो भी लिखना है वो मैं यहीं तो लिखूंगा. पढ़ते समय भी यहीं पढ़ूंगा. ये थोड़ा ना कि रीड के समय ये है और राइट के समय वो है. हेलो, मैंने ये कनेक्शन चेंज कर दिया फॉर बोथ रीड एंड राइट ऑपरेशंस. Whatever I wanted to write, I will now write over here. This part is not even selected. The failing column is not even there now.
ओके. अच्छा, मतलब से फेल कर रहा होगा तो वो बिट्स वो कॉलम ही इग्नोर हो गया, उसके बगल वाले में लिख देंगे.
लिखेंगे ही वहां पे ना, क्योंकि बिट लाइन ही वैसे कनेक्ट कर दी मैंने.
अच्छा. So basically redundant column is just for the 64th or the last column which you have, if that fails.
Yes.
Okay.
No. So this column will replace only this one. Yes.
For the last one.
But any column in the memory can be replaced. It can be replaced with its adjacent column. That is what we did over here, na? We replaced this particular failing column with the adjacent one. Then we replaced this one also with the adjacent one. हमने सारे adjacent one से replace कर दिए. और finally last column को replace करने के लिए हमने spare column use कर लिया.
हाँ, वही मैं कह रहा था. Yes.
So any failure in the memory can now be recovered.
So actually one time हम प्रोग्राम कर देंगे कि हर बार उसको इग्नोर कर दे जो फेल कॉलम है.
हाँ, पावर अप के समय आप समझ लो प्रोग्राम कर दोगे. पावर अप के समय. सो एक्टिव साइकिल में आपका टाइम नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन पावर अप के समय आपको ये अब प्रोग्राम करना पड़ेगा. आपका यहाँ का कंपैरेटर क्या वैसा ही होगा जैसा आपका रो रिडंडेंसी के समय कंपैरेटर था. So this is another project that we have. Is it the same comparator as we had in the row redundancy case? हेलो.
नहीं सर, यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ हमें बिट लाइंस देखनी है ना कि कौन सी बिट लाइंस है. वहां पे हमें पूरा एड्रेस देखना था कि वर्ड लाइन भी एंड.
हाँ, वो अलग है, लेकिन वहां का कंपैरेटर इक्वल टू कंपैरेटर था. यहाँ पे क्या कंपैरेटर होगा? You remember, वहां का comparator was an equal to comparator. If these are equal, then you replace. यहाँ पे क्या करोगे? Do you need an equal to comparator over here? क्योंकि इक्वल टू कंपैरेटर तो एड्रेस 15 देगा. 15 एड्रेस को आप रिप्लेस कर दोगे. What about 16th address then? What about 17th bit then? 18th bit then? What will you do with the remaining?
Greater than comparator लगा देंगे ना. If
Yes. You will need to now design a greater than equal to comparator. So that is the project there. Okay. Is that fine? अगेन यहाँ पे भी आपको एक टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट हम दे रहे हैं क्योंकि पावर अप के समय भी यू सिंपली कैन नॉट से आई विल टेक 2 seconds to repair the memory. No. When the power up happens, we want to read the memory within, let us say, soon enough, 10 microseconds, 1 microsecond, or 100 nanoseconds, or even 10 nanoseconds. I want to do a quick read because I did a periphery shutdown, for example. When I do a periphery shutdown, memory is off, but I want to bring the memory up. It should power up immediately. So this repair has to be done within 10 nanoseconds, let us say. So it's given you a timing constraint also. Is that okay?
So essentially, if the failing address is the 15th one, and we get that at the comparator, now the 16th address का output हमको मिल जाएगा because greater than हमने डाला था उसको.
So 15, 16, 17th, 18th, 19th से लेके 64th, everyone should say yes, I want a replacement. तभी तो ये replacement होगा ना सब में. हाँ, 15 से नीचे वाले should not say this. So it is greater than or equal to 15. 15 should say this, and anything greater than 15 should also say this.
That I am failing, give me a higher address का bit.
It is not saying I am failing. It just says I need the next.
Higher,
I want
next,
to use
next.
the adjacent one. I will not use mine. Why? I do not know. Either I am failing or something else has failed before me.
So you can have a single comparator running across the whole cell, or you can have small 2:1 kind of muxes for each two.
You tell me if I have a single comparator and bit 1, what happens at bit 1 then? Because that comparator is shared everywhere.
Oh.
Bit 1 was fine.
Greater में फिर वो क्या देगा मतलब? Okay.
So you have to have this comparator in every IO.
हाँ.
What does this mean?
Area.
Every IO, this is going to be repeated 64 times. Whereas for the row redundancy, the comparator was there only once. Over here, it is going to come 64 times. So it has to be very, very small.
Yes.
You see? So it's not a very obvious thing कि हाँ row ले लो या column ले लो. Both have their own benefits and demerits. एक में आप sense amplifier को recover नहीं कर पा रहे, दूसरे में आप complexity बहुत सारी add कर दे रहे हो. But sense amplifier recover कर पाओगे आप. Okay? So if this part is clear, should I change gears and show you something else which could be interesting for you for your projects?
So just before that quickly मैं ये चीज भूल गया कि exactly इसमें issue ये था ना कि sense amplifier का offset खराब हो गया था हमारा because of the column failed, right?
Because of which the column failed, yes.
Sorry.
Because of that offset going bad, or because of some mux contact being resistive anywhere. There could be a failure anywhere. Precharge going bad. Could be anything. So many structures there in the IO.
Here we are not talking about the single double quad defect, right?
No, because a precharge failed. So many cells in the same column would fail.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
IO circuit failed. This is partial or column failure. Okay. So quickly gear change करें. I want to show you something else. I will upload that stuff also in the classroom, but this could be very interesting for your projects. Okay. So what I want to show you is some work that has happened, has been published. This is not very recent work, but yeah, still, I just want to show you the variety. Okay. So that is the purpose of showing you this work. And they face the same challenges as I have put forth to you in your projects. Okay, and I just want to show you how differently different people solve them. For example, this is Renaissance, a group in Renaissance. Renaissance. What did they do? They wanted to make a low voltage memory cell over here, which would go down to 0.6 volts with read assist and write assist schemes. Okay, and you can read this paper at leisure. What did they do? They, instead of using a 60 cell, they went to an 80 cell, and an 80 cell, not the kind that we studied. They changed the cell such that there are two transistors now in series, ACH1 and ACV1, ACH2 and ACV2. What do they do? One gets a vertical word line, the other gets a horizontal word line. So only over here, if you notice, when WLH is selected, there are these light dotted cells which are partially selected. But even if WLH is 1, you will notice that if WLV is 0, the latch will not get corrupted. There is no SNM issue. Similarly, for the checkered cells in the column where WLV is selected, the unselected cells do not have WLH selected, so they are not connected to the bit line again. And again, there is no SNM issue. Only the selected cell where row and column both are selected, which we say as cross-point selection, okay, only that cell will experience any SNM issue, if at all. Okay, and you can do whatever you want to do. For example, they have done some assist circuits over here to recover that cell, to ensure that that cell doesn't fail. At least there is no half select issue. Write operation is extremely safe. Okay, and the range of write assist or read assist schemes that you can now apply changes altogether. Okay, so that is one example. You can read this over here. This is a paper in ISACC by TI and MIT. What did they do? They designed a very high density memory cell, and they also had read assist and write assist. Again, this is very interesting because they say that instead of a PMOS based multiplexer, they will use NMOS based pass gate multiplexer. Okay, and they showed that when they had a PMOS column select, this was the kind of variation that they saw. Whereas when they had the NMOS column select, they could actually have much better control on variability. Okay, because they were operating at low voltage, they said we are essentially transferring a 0 and not a 1. And because we are not transferring a 1 from the bit lines to the sense amplifier, PMOSs are not as effective. So they in a way showed that when you're designing a memory at very low voltages, use a NMOS based column multiplexing. Okay, they also show some boost circuitry for bit line and word line. And very interestingly, जो अभी हमने topic cover करा, they are using row and column redundancy to achieve a better yield. Otherwise, look at it, this orange line, operating at nominal voltage, 1 or 2 bit failures per chip are observed, and they can be repaired assuming redundancy. Per chip, they are seeing 2 failures, so they are using 2 row and 2 column redundancy to repair those 2 bits, and then they are able to operate at 0.6 volts also. Otherwise, the system was failing. So repair bits are also used for reducing Vmin. Okay, then look at this one. This is from Qualcomm. What did they do? Again, mind you, none of them is a product. They were all experiments. But I'm just sharing with you the kind of experiments people have done and are exploring. Okay, what did they do? They said that, okay, because leakage is very important concern, we will use the standard 80 read write, one read port and one read write port kind of a structure. But the 60 structure will be in thick core oxide, whereas the 2T, the reed port structure is in thin core oxide. Why? Why is reed on the thin core? Because you want to read very fast. So you want thin core devices, thin oxide devices. Whereas for the 60, okay, depending on the application that they had, write could take multiple cycles for them. So they said, okay, for the write part, I have a thick core cell, thick oxide cell. And what did they achieve? They achieved that the leakage, look at this, leakage from VDD went to almost zero. Almost zero when node A was 0. When node A was 1, then because the read port would also leak more, then they had some leakage. But otherwise, they were able to reduce leakage by at least 50%. Are you able to see this? So different targets. One had a target of low voltage and high density. Another had a target of extremely low voltage. Density was not a concern. This one, again, density is not a concern, but low voltage bhi pata nahi. Low voltage you will see. Yahan pe, by using an 8T cell, they were able to go to low voltage. Anyways, they were able to go to low voltage even with single core oxide. But with dual core oxide, they reduce leakage only. Low voltage mein kuch khas gain nahi aaya. Okay. Again, this is another one. This is a very high-speed architecture by IBM. What did they do? They used 8T cell, okay, because 8T cell we know can be for very high speed. And in addition to that, they used hierarchical bit lines. Each bit line was only 8 rows tall. Okay, each bit line was only 8 rows tall, and they could see that by using 8 bits per RBL, they could have very, very high speed. So I will upload all these. So they have used NOR decoder because they want, because as we discussed in the decoding class, that if you have very small number of bits, a very small number of rows that could have a NOR discharging, then for high speed you may want to go to NOR. Otherwise you would want to go to NAND decoding only. So because for every column they had only, for every local bit line they had only 8 rows out of which selection had to happen, they've used NOR based decoding over here. Okay, so I gave you a very quick glimpse of these papers. I do not expect you to read all of them and understand all of them, but my intent is to introduce you to ideas so that if you can use something or come up with interesting ideas for your project also, you can explore. This is another paper. This is again a 60 cell, but see, operating at sub 200 millivolts, sub threshold. This was published in 2007. See, ISSCC 2007. And you will see their cell structure is not exactly like a regular 60 SRAM cell. This is their SRAM cell. So their SRAM cell has a, what do you say? Yeah, this one. Back-to-back latch, and a PMOS and NMOS transmission gate based bit line connection. So there is only one bit line, single-ended bit line. Are you able to see this? You're able to see my cursor over here?
Sir.
So they have a different kind of a bit cell altogether, because they were talking of using this in a perpetual sensor, for example, energy harvesting perpetual sensor. They wanted extremely low leakage. So they've used thick gate oxide devices all across, so that the gate leakage is also very less. And this paper is a good reference even today. Okay, so interesting work people have done. They published in places like ISSCC with memory, the same kind of memory cell design projects. They published in very, very good places. And I'm not saying that we can reach those places without manufacturing whatever we work in our course projects. But if you work on your projects with due diligence, good publications are definitely possible. Okay. And I showed there is work on periphery and there is work on array side, both sides. Okay. So we will close the class here, and you will have your midterm exam on Wednesday, 2 to 3 p.m. I think. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 to 3 or 3 to 4?
2 to 3.
2 to 3. So the midterm exam is on Wednesday at 2 to 3. All the best for that. Prepare well. You already have a question bank available with you, so utilize that question bank. They are good practice questions. Use your brain when you answer those questions, because no one is guaranteeing that the answers to those questions are also right. The questions are okay. So all the best, guys, and see you on Wednesday then.
सर
Yes,
तो
Biswa.
थोड़ा हाँ आप थोड़ा रुक जाइएगा थोड़ा सा काम
I have another meeting right now after this, so okay. Let's be quick.
हाँ हाँ हाँ
So, thank you, guys. All the best.
सर अब दो चीज बस पूछ